Hi friends, welcome again to Gorgeous World YouTube channel. In this video, we will see the top 12 super hit romantic comedy Turkish series, which you can watch with English subtitles, by using the links I have given in the description section. Number 1. More Beautiful Than You. This series follows Efsun, a village dermatologist, who is forced to run her estranged mother's beauty clinic in Istanbul for 3 months or risk losing her family farm. Reluctantly, she teams up with Emir, a handsome but arrogant plastic surgeon who aims to sabotage her efforts. Efsun struggles to adapt to city life and the world of plastic surgery, hiding her true identity to avoid complicating matters. Despite initial clashes, Efsun and Emir gradually find common ground and begin to cooperate. Along the way, they face challenges and competition but also learn from each other. As they work together, Efsun discovers hidden talents and begins to embrace her new role. Ultimately, their partnership leads to success as they navigate the intricacies of running a beauty clinic. Amidst the chaos, Efsun also finds personal growth and reconciliation with her mother. This series promises a charming rom-com with strong chemistry between leads, Efsun and Emir, set against the backdrop of a beauty clinic. Well praised for its initial episodes' humor and dynamic characters, I have some disappointments over later developments, citing rushed plotlines and inconsistencies. Despite this, the series offers a refreshing take on romance and comedy, with Cemre Basil shining as the charismatic female lead. Number 2. Love for Rent. Love for Rent, or Elini Aşk, is one of the best series which you could ever watch. It is full of romance and comedy, as well as spice of emotions as well. Daphne, a young and radiant waitress, shoulders the responsibility of supporting her family since her parents' untimely demise. Her life revolves around her grandmother and her younger sister, marked by simplicity and an unwavering happiness, despite their limited means. However, tranquility shatters when her brother is ensnared by the mafia due to a debt, thrusting her into turmoil. To free him, Daphne must muster 200,000 Turkish lira within 24 hours. Contrasting her world is Ömer, a reserved and diligent young CEO of a prestigious shoe emporium. Orphaned, he found solace in a shoemaker's humble abode, eventually launching a renowned brand. Despite hailing from affluence, he spurns his grandfather's wealth, living a regimented existence to obscure his past. Rising early, boating, adhering to specific diets, and toiling late into the night. Their worlds collide at the restaurant where Daphne toils when Ömer, trying to evade an arranged date orchestrated by his meddlesome aunt-in-law Neriman, erroneously assumes the role of Daphne's boyfriend. He even seals the pretense with a kiss, hoping to thwart the impending marriage dictated by his family. Unbeknownst to Ömer, Neriman witnesses the entire ruse. Neriman schemes to marry off Ömer within 6 months to appease her father-in-law's threat of disinheritance. Recalling Daphne, she makes an audacious proposition. Daphne, driven by her brother's predicament, agrees to a bold plan to become Ömer's personal assistant, be a vision of beauty, cater to his every whim, and ultimately make him fall in love with her. Though hesitant to partake in this charade, Daphne takes the plunge to rescue her brother. Armed with the funds, she liberates her sibling and embarks on a new, arduous journey, navigating the tumultuous waters of love, wealth, and deception. At last, I must say that Elini Aşk is a captivating romantic comedy with remarkable chemistry between its leads and a mix of humor and romance that keeps you hooked. Despite some occasional pacing issues, it's a series you won't want to miss. Number 3. Twist of Fate. Twist of Fate tells the story about Ada, who, influenced by her family's superstition about first love, falls for Rüzgar, an Albanian student facing deportation. Sacrificing her education and finances, Ada marries Rüzgar to keep him in Turkey. After 3 years, Rüzgar gains citizenship and abruptly leaves Ada. Ada encounters Bora, a wealthy but rebellious man, during a job mishap. Bora, researching for an article, unintentionally offends Ada, leading to her job loss. Witnessing Rüzgar's betrayal, Ada suffers a car accident. Determined not to lose her first love, Ada joins Rüzgar's workplace, concealing their marriage. Working as Bora's assistant, Ada embarks on a journey to win back Rüzgar. Ada faces challenges, including hiding her true education and marriage status. Amidst her quest for love, Ada navigates romantic and professional hurdles, hoping to reclaim happiness with her first love, Rüzgar. I must say that Twist of Fate is a delightful rom-com series that shines with its refreshing storyline and superb execution. Similarly, Jemri Basil's comedic brilliance as Ada is a true highlight, making her character lovable and hilarious. The chemistry between Ada and Bora is electrifying, adding a palpable romantic excitement to the show. The series avoids typical cliches, presenting a well-paced plot without unnecessary scenes or loud characters. With each episode, the audience is left eagerly awaiting the next installment, a testament to the show's captivating charm. Overall, Twist of Fate is a must-watch for anyone craving a feel-good and entertaining romantic comedy experience. Number 4. Elini Aşk. Handsome and womanizer Kerem is the son of Yıldırım family who has one of the oldest textile businesses in Istanbul. With his creative mind, he made his family company the leader of the sector with a startup as they were about to get out of date. He accomplishes it, but he is still not a proper man in the eyes of his father. Because Kerem lives his life to the fullest by whining, dining, traveling, and hanging out with as many girls as he can. Aze, on the other hand, works at Kerem's factory. She is a smart, beautiful, and a big-hearted girl who leads a boring, joyless life under the control of her two brothers. One of them is despotic while the other one is idle. Thus, her only hope is to marry her boyfriend Burke and leave this difficult life behind. However, her brothers want her to marry the rich boy of the neighborhood Sabri. Aze tells Burke that they have to marry at once. After learning about it, Burke disappears. While she is a kind, calm, and naive slum girl, Aze gets stabbed in the back by both her family and her boyfriend. So, for the first time in her life, she decides to do something for herself. Kerem has the biggest effect on Aze's decision, but he is not aware of that he will be Aze's victim at the same time. Aze becomes the playmaker of the game by making a move to bond each other for a lifetime, yet they don't know it will get so complicated that they won't be able to get out of it easily. Number 5. Beğenilmez. Özge, portrayed by Özge Gürel, is a woman who, despite her best efforts, always ends up in the wrong relationships. Her latest disappointment is with her boyfriend of 3 years, Soner, who she had expected to marry. To her dismay, she discovers he's been having an affair. She decides to end their relationship, feeling fated to choose the wrong partners. 3 months later, after breaking up with Soner, Özge aims to prioritize her career as a public relations specialist. However, her inattention at work leads to sudden unemployment, leaving her at a crossroads. Seeking solace and advice, she arranges a dinner with her friends, but they all cancel last minute. Left alone at a fancy restaurant, Özge drowns her sorrows in alcohol, leading to an unexpected encounter with Özgür, played by Can Yaman, the barman. Özgür, a wealthy restaurant owner with a carefree attitude, brings her to his home when she's too drunk to remember her address. The next day, their paths cross again, setting off a series of unforeseen events. When Özge moves into her cousin's apartment due to housing issues, she discovers that Özgür is her neighbor, sharing the same terrace. Özge's friends caution her against Özgür, labeling him Mr. Wrong. Aware of his reputation as a womanizer with no interest in serious relationships or marriage, they advise her to steer clear. But life takes an unexpected turn when Özge and Özgür decide to strike a deal. Özgür agrees to coach Özge in the art of attracting men, while Özge pretends to be his girlfriend to deter his mother's marriage pressure. As they navigate this unconventional arrangement, Özge and Özgür's worlds collide and the lines between their fake relationship and genuine emotions become increasingly blurred. Mr. Wrong is a romantic comedy series that explores the complexities of love, relationships, and self-discovery. Number 6. Elini Aşk. In Love Out of Spite, Elini Aşk follows Defne Esenyurtopoulos, who is a young and successful girl who has just graduated from a well-known university in Turkey. She is going to start working at Aras Technology as a computer engineer. However, in her first working day, Defne argues with her jealous brother because her brother's Sinar, or Invertum, finds her dress as revealing and wants her to wear a more conservative cloth. In order not to be late for their, Defne does what her brother says, but she also takes her dress and changes her cloth in the parking area of Aras Technology secretly. While changing her dress, Defne accidentally meets a young man, whom she assumes to be a security personnel, but in fact, he is the CEO of Aras Technology, whose name is Can Yaman. Yalan does not disclose his identity and makes fun of Defne. Since Defne becomes too late in her first working day, she wants a second chance from her supervisor in return of being late. She makes an agreement and gets right to continue working at Aras Technology if she finds the problem in the computer code within a day. Daphne solves the problem and proves that she is the best applicant for this position. However, she finds out that the guy in the parking area is the CEO of Aras Technology. When Daphne discovers that she is fooled, she resigns immediately in her first day. Meanwhile, Yalin understands his fault and follows Daphne to apologize, but he again catches Daphne in the parking area while changing her dress. But this time, Daphne's brother appears and beats up Yalin. The story becomes too complicated when Daphne starts to work at Aras Technology and her brother falls in love with Yalin's younger sister Yesim, Nile Duru. In Love Out of Spite is a Turkish romantic comedy series that certainly makes an impression, thanks in large part to the charismatic presence of Can Yaman. As a Turkish series fan, I must appreciate the show's strengths, but also acknowledge its shortcomings. Number 7. Elini Aşk. Kaan's life takes a turn after a one-night stand while studying for his doctoral degree in the United States. Now he is a single father with an 8-month-old daughter. After the babysitter quits, Kaan desperately hires a nanny named Ereny Jinsi. However, she is someone like he has never seen before. A peasant girl from the village, Ereny might change Kaan's life for good with her odd ways of caretaking the child, forming a unique bond while arguing about almost everything. Kaan and Ereny face a challenge when the baby's biological mother shows up at the door. Which one is Kaan going to choose now? On one side, he has a woman who fits him perfectly in terms of culture. On the other side, he has a humble peasant girl who takes care of his baby all this time. A decision has to be made soon. Number 8. Senca. Ida is a bright, beautiful young woman working at a florist. She dreams of getting her degree and moving to Italy. But her dreams are shattered when the heir to the bullet holding company cancels his scholarship, so she has to drop out of university. Now only 2 things keep her going: her love of plants and her hatred of Serkan Bullet. When Serkan comes to speak at the university, Ida is protesting outside. A series of unfortunate events leaves these two handcuffed together for most of the day, during when Ida learns that Serkan really is everything she hates. Arrogant, self-centered, and a complete control freak. For his part, Serkan couldn't care less, but when the media mistakenly linked the two, he hatches a plan to use Ida to get back at the ex-girlfriend who dumped him and is now engaged to another man. The unlikely pair come to an agreement. Ida will pretend to be Serkan's fiancée, and he will reinstate her scholarship. The arrangement will only last for a couple of months until his ex's wedding. But pretending to be the fiancé of one of Istanbul's most eligible bachelors turns out to be a lot harder than Ida imagines. What starts as a simple deal doesn't stay simple for long. According to me, Senca has generated diverse opinions among its audience. The chemistry between Hande Erçel and Kerem Bürsin, who play the lead roles, has been widely appreciated, and their performances are seen as strong and captivating. The character of Ida Yıldız, portrayed as a strong and independent woman, stands out positively. The series is commended for its humor, romance, and emotional engagement. However, some viewers have criticized its repetitive plot, occasional weak writing, and certain character behaviors. In summary, Senca appears to be a polarizing romantic comedy series, with both enthusiastic supporters and detractors. Number 9. Dal Doan revolves around Nazlı, a passionate aspiring chef who juggles culinary school, part-time jobs, and family responsibilities with her 2 sisters, Fatoz and Asuman. To support her family, Nazlı takes a private chef position for the disciplined and successful businessman Ferit, unaware that her boss assumes she's an elderly chef. Ferit, a handsome and meticulous man, values order and punctuality, making it hard to retain household staff. Despite his perfectionism, he appreciates Nazlı's culinary talents, unaware of her true identity. As they finally meet and interact, mutual attraction blooms. Ferit finds Nazlı's natural and cheerful demeanor captivating, and Nazlı is drawn to his tender-hearted side. Their working relationship morphs into a budding romance. However, misunderstandings arise when Ferit mistakenly thinks Nazlı is a gold digger due to an incident at a nightclub. This leads to a strained relationship between them. Amidst these complications, Nazlı encounters Deniz, Ferit's friendly and easygoing friend, who becomes smitten with her, creating a love triangle. The series skillfully weaves romance and comedy, keeping viewers entertained with its delightful characters and intriguing plot twists. According to me, Dal Doan is a captivating Turkish rom-com series with an engaging story and standout performances by its lead actors, Can Yaman and Aşk. The chemistry between Ferit and Nazlı is electric, creating an irresistible on-screen pairing. The show is a perfect blend of romance, drama, and humor, with delightful moments that resonate. While it starts strongly, the final episode, which deviates from the high standards set by the rest of the series, leaves something to be desired. Nevertheless, the charming and witty characters, along with the beautiful portrayal of their love story, make Dal Doan an enjoyable romantic series worth watching. Number 10. Erkenci Kız. Erkenci Kız is a Turkish romantic comedy series that revolves around Sanem, a cheerful and free-spirited girl working at her family's grocery store. Her dream is to become a successful writer despite her unconventional career choice. However, her life takes a dramatic turn when her parents threaten her with an arranged marriage to Muzaffer if she doesn't find a proper office job. In a bid to escape marriage, Sanem joins the advertising company Countess, where her sister Layla works. With no prior work experience, Sanem initially becomes the office errand girl. Her adjustment to the corporate world proves to be quite a challenge, compounded by new company dynamics. The company owner retires, and his son Can, a globe-trotting photographer, steps in as the new manager. Can is known for his adventurous and carefree lifestyle, opting for a life away from the corporate chaos. When Can discovers his father's health issues, he reluctantly takes over the company, determined to make things right until his father's recovery. Meanwhile, Can's younger brother Emre, who has been diligently working for the company, is disheartened by this decision and hatches a plot to undermine his brother's managerial role. Can is drawn to Sanem's natural charm, and as he navigates corporate challenges, he realizes he can only trust her. Unfortunately, Sanem unknowingly aids Emre in his secret schemes against her new boss. The series weaves a tale of love, deception, and corporate rivalry, with a colorful mix of characters set against the backdrop of a bustling advertising agency. According to me, Erkenci Kız is a delightful Turkish rom-com series primarily distinguished by the electrifying chemistry between its two leads, Can Yaman and Demet Özdemir, which undoubtedly stands as its biggest asset. Number 11. İkimizden Biri. Hava, a Muslim research assistant in Marmaris, falls in love with Adam, the son of an Irish Catholic pastor. Despite their different backgrounds, they start dating secretly due to their families' opposing beliefs. Adam, having both Turkish and Irish citizenship, faces challenges in gaining acceptance from Hava's conservative Muslim family. Similarly, Hava struggles to gain approval from Adam's family. As they navigate cultural and religious differences, they must decide if their love can withstand familial pressures. Will they succeed in convincing their families and overcoming obstacles to marry? And will Hava's siblings support their relationship? Watch this series to find out. Number 12. Owner Karasu, Sakru Azilds, is a successful intelligence agent who was promoted to head of the department at a young age and has been after Sivan Koral Tigral the owner of Turkey's largest jewelry company. Sivan, who uses coral jewelry as a front for his dirty business, is the representative of a criminal organization in Turkey. Owner, who thinks that Sivan keeps the documents related to his illegal business in the safe in his house, becomes lovers with Sivan's sister Halal, Asl Suman, in order to get in and out of the house. When he learns that Sivan will move abroad, Owner makes a sudden decision to propose to Halal in order to get the documents without letting her get away. He plans to open the safe on their engagement day and arrest Sivan, who will be there for his sister's engagement. What he doesn't take into account is Halal's close friend DC Berkuaz Berk. While DC is trying to figure out what Owner is up to, her plans are upset when Owner catches her. Owner and EC, two poles as opposite as day and night, will have to work together in a way they never wanted to. So that was the video, friends. Thank you for tuning in to Gorgeous World YouTube channel. We hope you enjoyed discovering the top 12 super hit romantic comedy Turkish series. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more content like this. Stay tuned for more exciting videos, and remember to share with fellow fans of romantic comedy dramas. Subscribe now and join our community for more entertaining recommendations.